Ladies, you are not losing your mind. You are not seeing things. You are not imagining things. What is going on is really real. There is a mass epidemic of males who are desperate for lesbians. It's all around you. You do need to seek shelter. You need to guard yourselves. You need to understand that this is an emergency. This is an urgent matter. It's so urgent that the males are doing everything they can to get a lesbian. It's an attack. And I'm going to give you some instructions on what you should do, ladies. Just the other day, I really had to compose myself because there was a male who told me that I am not a lesbian. Now, this male knows that I'm a lesbian only because of my social media page. Because, see, ladies, I'm a proud lesbian. But because we live in this weird, evil, male-dominated society that likes to think they have all the women in the palm of their hand, we have to be careful in this world. So I do not flaunt my sexual orientation around in my everyday living. And it's not because I'm ashamed of who I am, and it's not because I don't know who I am. It's because I watch my surroundings. And I know how these males are. They think they know everything. And even more so, ladies, they think they know how lesbians are. But they got it twisted. So this male knows that I'm a lesbian because of my social media. And this male said that I am not a lesbian. And I asked the male, why do you assume that I am not a lesbian? And guess what his answer was? I'll let you guess. All right. Thank you for your answer, ladies. Well, I'm going to answer. His answer to me was, you don't look like a lesbian. So, ladies, these males think that we need to look like a lesbian to be a lesbian. You know, no matter how confident you are, no matter how honest you are about your sexual orientation as a lesbian, these males will find ways. They will find anything that they can get their hands on to dispute the fact that you are a lesbian. So his response to me was that I don't look like a lesbian. Did it provoke me? Actually, I was annoyed. I was annoyed. And I did respond. And I said, you are foolish to think that a woman's physical appearance determines her sexual orientation. Ladies, this male proceeded to try and convince me that I am not a lesbian. And guess what? His whole motive was, his entire motive, his whole setup. He thought he was setting me up, but he was only setting himself up. It was because he wanted to convince me that I was attracted to him. Oh my goodness. Oh, the ludicrousy. He concluded that I am attracted to him. How did he come up with this irrational conclusion? The reason why he concluded, assumed, mistakenly thought that I am attracted to him is because I was following one of his social media pages. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He saw that I followed one of his social media pages and he sent me a DM. So he already scoped out my social media page. But what he failed to understand is just because a woman follows your social media page does not mean that she wants to sleep with you. It doesn't mean that she thinks you're the hottest guy on the block. These guys are foolish. They're deceived. They're self-absorbed. They're obsessed with lesbians. You see, I'm a life coach. And I may follow some people on social media. You know why? Because I'm a businesswoman. I was following him because his content was about business. It was a business account. And he said, well, I see that you like some of my posts. And he processed me liking his post as me being attracted to him. I said, this guy's not too smart after all. I ultimately ended up unfollowing the guy. But ladies, I know you've had many situations where these males didn't respect who you are. And they tried to overturn who you are as a lesbian identified woman. I'm sure you have your own stories to tell. But this experience that I recently had really brought something to my attention. People have become delusional because of social media. There are people who allow likes and people following them to go to their heads. You see, they think and they misconstrue a woman following their social media account and liking their post as being, she wants what's between his legs. These males are foolish. These males are self-absorbed. And he saw my social media page. And he was, of course, intrigued by the fact that I'm a lesbian. And he proceeded to send me a few DMs. At first, I didn't know the DMs were there, but then I checked my DMs and I seen multiple messages from the same person. And I said, okay, I follow him. Who is this? Following me, but sending me multiple DMs, asking me, do I like him? And then questioning my sexual orientation. What is up with this guy? Ladies, it's out of control. You can't even follow a male on social media without him thinking that you want him. These males don't even know how to separate business from personal opinions. They don't know how to be professional men because their mind is so clouded by the fact that they want to sleep with the lesbian so bad that they don't even know how to be professional. I'm so glad I didn't hire him. Ladies, males are desperate for lesbians. They find you as a challenge. They know that you're a lesbian, but they're not satisfied until they can tell their boys, I slept with a lesbian. I got her. Oh, they can't wait. They can't wait to go spread the news. They want to expose you. They want the world to know she's not really a lesbian. But really, they're exposing themselves. They're exposing their ignorance, their insecurity, their desperation. And they're showing that they are not really men. They're males who rely solely upon the validation of lesbians. And that's dangerous because a lesbian will never validate you as a man. So why are you putting your faith in her as a male? Your ego will be crushed because you are not humble enough and wise enough to go and find a woman who wants you. You don't respect women. You don't respect women's sexual orientation. You're a male. Ladies, be careful out there. These males are desperate for lesbians. They're thirsty. They can't get a woman to pay them any attention. So they're begging for the attention of women who do not want them. They do not ever get the women that they really want. They never get the women that they long for. It's driving them insane. They're so delusional now that they've convinced themselves that they can make a lesbian want them. I remember even one time, not this guy that I'm talking about on social media, who was a business person, and I did unfollow him. There was another situation where this guy was telling me, I know you're a lesbian. I know, Giselle, you're a lesbian, but no other woman understands me like you do. These straight girls don't know what they want. I want you. Please. You know, I can't even feel sorry for these males. You know why? Because they're selfish. All they think about is what they want. They have no regard, no consideration, no respect for women. And when a woman tells you who she is, whether you like it or not, you respect what she says and you leave her alone. Do you think begging and crying for a woman to want you is going to turn her on? Not even a straight woman wants you. A man doesn't beg for a woman to love him. What do you want with a lesbian? She doesn't want you. But you've convinced yourself that because she's the ideal woman for you, surely she must think you're the ideal man for her. You males are making lesbians want to not even tell you that they're lesbians. Not because we're ashamed of ourselves, but because you men are too aggressive. You're just a troll. You're a menace. You're a plague. You're disgusting. We'd rather just not even tell you that we're lesbians, because you know what, ladies? These men have interpreted the word lesbians as meaning, come and get me, boy. They hear lesbian and it turns them on. Lesbians are an aphrodisiac to these males. But these males are about to get turned off. Lesbians are done with your desperation. We're done with your trickery. Some of you are trying to be friends with us, hoping to sleep with us. Lesbians, avoid males at all costs. Nowadays, you can't trust a male. I'm out.